Alright, well. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. I don't really know why exactly that happened. I wasn't even live for like an hour. I really don't understand. Ah, nuts. Of course. Okay. Yeah, that's the smart mod. Alright. Are we good? Yeah, I'm at 73 degrees. That's like nothing. It's a whole 10 degrees less than I'm like actually worried about. I don't know what happened. I'm so sorry about that. We've got a little bit of work that we need to redo. Just a touch, nothing crazy. I don't really know what happened there. I don't know why it decided to do that to me. It was not my graphics card, actually. It was my whole computer. My whole computer crashed. I don't know why. Just kinda did without warning. Ah, right. I have to redo this stuff. There we go. Alright. There we go. I hate it when my computer just does random shit like that. Like, I'm just playing, everything's fine, and all of a sudden, something stupid like a memory issue or something even stupider than that, like, literally, it didn't even give me a reason for the crash. My monitor went dark, and then my PC restarted. That's never happened before. That's, like, super weird. Ah, so close. Luckily, I didn't lose too much progress. I also think I'm gonna go on ahead and do this, too. Let's just set that to 10. That way, if we lose any amount of progress, it's never going to be more than 10 minutes of progress. If I lose any progress, it's always going to be less than 10 minutes worth. And the most I'm ever going to lose is 10 minutes of progress. I don't even remember if this is what I was doing. Or if I already had it done and was working on something else. You know, I hope it gave Supreme Being a notification that I'm back. He's not in here yet. Alright. Well. Oh, come on, man. There. Perfect. And now I can get rid of my scaffolding. And I can go find that. Bonk. And bonk. Way up on that one. Man, it always astonishes me how far you just launch yourself with that one. All the way up to the top height of the refineries. Pretty nice. Oh, and look at that. That's beautiful. No, wrong, 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 wrong. There. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. Absolutely lovely. And worse, normally you meet him halfway through the game, and if you do the harder second run of the game, you can meet him at the very start. Ouch! That sounds like no fun. Also, I just hit my elbow on my desk, and I am in pain. That hurts so bad. Also, you weren't here when I was talking about it, but I don't know what happened. I am at a complete loss of what just happened. Because my computer didn't give me an error message, it didn't tell me anything. It literally just black screened. It didn't blue screen, it didn't crash like it sometimes tends to do, but it just straight up decided, I don't want to work for you anymore. You can play your own Satisfactory. I'm not playing Satisfactory for you. I'm not going to run the game. You can run it yourself. Didn't give me an error code. Didn't give me a Windows support notification. It didn't give me anything. It just said, you expect me to run games? No. No. Get out of here. Go away. That is literally what it did to me. It just decided I wasn't worthy. So yeah, I did already check the recipe for that. I should actually go get some rubber. Put some rubber in here. I'm gonna use the old-fashioned system of travel. Not the hypertubes. Just because I feel like it. PC done with you. Yeah, no, it's fed up with my shit. Completely and entirely. It's just done with me. It's just like, pfft, you want me to run a game for you? No. Run it yourself. Usually whenever it crashes, like whenever my graphics card overheats, my computer won't shut down. So at first I was like, why did it overheat? It shouldn't have overheated. I haven't even been playing for an hour yet. But it didn't overheat. It's still at 76 degrees Celsius. It's fine. Like, it's literally fine. My PC just black screened. Decided I wasn't worthy. Wow, 6 already? 7 already? What? This thing's fast. 5 per minute. Alright, we'll wait until I get 20, and then we'll go back upstairs. Keep working. Because I've got some iron, copper, and quartz work that I've got to do on the next floor. Something that came up in the stream last night. I know you weren't there, but a friend of mine, Chaos 6, I believe, is his name on YouTube, came out and we were talking about The Last of Us, and I mentioned how I loved the soundtrack, and he was like, you don't play a game if it doesn't have a good soundtrack, and I was like, you know, he's absolutely right. Pretty much every single game in my Steam Steam library, I tried to combine library and inventory there into one word, and it didn't work. Pretty much every game in my Steam library and every single game that I have on PlayStation has a banger soundtrack. Subnautica, Terraria, Subnautica Below Zero, Satisfactory, even Factoria's got a pretty good soundtrack. Bonk. I bonked my head. No, it's gonna hurt. No, I bonked my head again. There we go. So here's a big question. Do you intend on playing Resident Evil 2? I do not. I do not plan on playing Resident Evil 2. That type of game, horror game specifically, has never really been my huge cup of tea. Although I do think that they're good. I don't have any plans on playing Resident Evil 2. Or really any of the Resident Evil games. I might play Village just because it's going to be super popular. And it would be a good boost for the channel. 288. Oh, I already have it written down. It's 16. 288 divided by 22.5. What? 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 18 times, wrong, times 16. 288 divided by 22.5. 12.8. So what, I only need 13 of you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Apparently that's all I need. So it's what? It's 37.5, so 240 divided by, I already forgot the number, 37.5. 6.4 each. But one of these is going to be... You know, honestly, hang on, I have a better idea. I'm just going to go overclock one of those nodes to be 480, and then I'm just going to do this. Where's the center? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, you're the center. Hang on, the crystal tracks is back, isn't it? No, it's way over there still. Is it? Yeah, it is. So I'm just going to overclock one of these nodes, and then I'll deal with the other one. Because I only need 120 onto the other one. So this will be fine. I didn't grab steel beams. That's alright, because I have encased industrial beams. I'm actually going to need these for most of this anyway, so... There we go. Favorite soundtrack in Resident Evil 2? I will give that a listen at some point. Maybe I won't on stream, just because I feel like it's Resident Evil, so it's probably going to be copyrighted. Whew. Oh, I spammed that button a little too hard. I almost just yeeted myself off the edge. Whew. That could have been bad. Here's a question from me to you, by the way, one of the first. What's your favorite soundtrack in Terraria? Basically, you start the game in the station, get 3 gold coins, go to the underground, fight a boss, then up to the station's basement. This has 5 cars? Well, it does have 5 cars. My favorite soundtrack from Terraria is Plantera. Plantera boss fight is my fave soundtrack. Love that soundtrack. Second favorite, probably Empress of Light. Wall of Flesh? Wall of Flesh is a good one. I think it's Wall of Flesh and Twins both have the same sound, or same soundtrack. Okay, so it's this one that I want to overclock. This one right here. This one. This one. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Alright, we're going with my current idea. I forgot that I had done that, but we're going with my other idea, not that one. Alright. But then I've got to do this as well. Got to make sure that it's the right ones. Alright. While we're here and waiting for the crystal tracks to return, we can look at my wonderful fuel setup over there. Absolutely lovely. Wall of Flesh track just has a feeling of inevitability. Every time I hear it, I imagine the hungry things bobbing to the beat. That's actually funny. I never really thought of that. Hang on, can I play a Terraria music and not get copyrighted? I mean, it's been 9 years. Wow, that's loud. Love this music. Favorite overall tracks is the new Underground Desert. Oh, the new Thunderstorm too. The new Thunderstorm is really good. Can't click that fast. I cannot click that fast. Alright, we've heard enough of that. Do you mind if I show you one of my favorite Below Zero soundtracks? No spoilers to the game or anything, but it's a really good soundtrack, and I feel like you would enjoy it. The new Thunderstorm has a set of specific noises at a specific point that I love. Fair enough. I can't jump over a train. go. Get down here, Crystal Tracks. I don't think its name has any spoilers, but I won't say it just in case. Hang on. No. Goodbye, son. See you later. So that one's 40, 80, 120. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll go safe and just do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No. Alright, I think that's the end of the soundtrack, so yep, it is. Audio. What did I have this set at, by the way? 45? Random fun fact, the Sparse Reef. Yes, I do know that. I do know that. Yes, I do actually know that little fun fact. That you can hear Donald Trump saying, China. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Perfect. I love the Below Zero soundtrack. You're gonna absolutely love every piece of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Aha. Split. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. So, bad. There. No. So each of these produces 22.5. Multiply that by 6.5. Okay. So yeah, we're fine. In the distance. China. Oh, it's great. Who knew? Oh, come on, man. I'm usually so good at this. My clicking is off today. Alright, so we've got the one in the middle here. We're gonna have 2 lines of these quartz crystals coming along. And that is the easy part of crystal oscillators. Or, well, I guess one of the easy parts of crystal oscillators. The other easy part is the cable. Cable is pretty easy. Alright, so that's all the quartz crystals. Let's start working on cable. Cable sounds like a good idea to start working on next. So I need 240 cable, which first of all means that I need to smelt all of my copper. Which I'm going to use a very similar system to what we have on the floor right beneath this. Right there is probably fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All of these set to copper. There we go. Now then, I believe it's 1, 2. Yes. So like that. 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 And that. Alright, there we go. Next up, we're gonna have these guys. And they're gonna be right here. And then we're going to have this guy, who's going to be here, but up a couple. And then here's how you do this. You take those like that, take this like this. Do the exact same thing over here. Those 2 go there and there. 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 And then you have your 240 belt. Nice and compact. That one's the limestone. Perfect. And there you have it. Can I disable PC audio to listen to copyright stuff? I can, but it's a bit of a pain. Alright, so that's all of the copper ingots. Hang on a second, I need to run a merger line. Alright, so let's figure out some ratios here. Every single cable requires 2 constructors making wire. I need 240 cable. 30 per minute means I need 8 constructors making cable, which means I need 16 making wire. This is a row of 13. So theoretically, what's stopping me from just doing this? Well, wait a second. Oh my gosh. The smart mod works on constructors. No freaking way. Alright, well this one's in a bad position though. Yeah, this one on the end here. D. Your Rickroll attempt? Honestly, I don't really understand why people get so upset when they get Rickrolled. Like, it's funny. It's a good meme. It's harmless. It's funny. It's just a funny meme. And people get so butthurt when you Rickroll them. They're like, oh, I can't believe you would do something so childish. It's like, dude, calm down. It's a meme. It didn't hurt. Wasn't painful. You're fine. Oh my gosh. Smart mod. I kind of want these rotated now, though. Man. I keep changing my mind. Like, I keep building all of these, and then I keep changing my mind. Where'd it go? There it is. There we go. Be be dee dee be dee dee be Man, I want to listen to it again now. Also, as far as I've been able to tell, I have not gotten in trouble for the Ghostbusters. I feel maybe a remix channel. Oh, that's nice. Remixes are a lot of fun. I really like remixed music. It's just like, you listen to an original song so many times and it gets so repetitive, and then you listen to a remix of that song and you're like, oh my gosh, it's like it's new again! Even though it's the same song, just slightly different. I need more plates and rods. Man, and I am running out of room too, holy cow. Can I fit 16 manufacturers? Yeah, I could fit 16 manufacturers in this space. But I think this is just going to be the crystal oscillator floor. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit anything else in this floor. Well, maybe. Maybe I'll be able to fit the computer piece into this floor. Just none of the other stuff. All that's going to have to be on the next floor. Crystal oscillators take up so much space because it's a constrictor each. If you want one crystal oscillator per minute, you need one manufacturer. So if you want more than one per minute, you're going to need a bunch of manufacturers. And I need 16 per minute, so that's 16 manufacturers. And a manufacturer, just for scale, is this big. It's large. There's a game soundtrack that's so good. It's from a game 6 years old. I think I can share it, though. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, share it. You know, I'm caving. I'm doing it again, because it's such a good song. I'm honestly really glad that the sound guy lived up to the expectations, because they got a new sound guy. The guy that did the sounds for the original Subnautica, his name was Simon. I don't know his last name. But he wasn't involved with Subnautica Below Zero for some reason. I don't know the full details, I just know that he wasn't involved. So the new guy, Ben Prunty, I think is his name, I was really worried wasn't going to live up to the expectations of Simon's level of musicality, and he absolutely blew me out of the water with this soundtrack. You know, I should see if anybody's composed that on trumpet. I would love to play that on trumpet. It's from Transformers Devastation. It's rock. Track reminds me of a Portal Reloaded. Fan-made mod. More like sequel. Reconstructing Science. Oops, that's a different song. I don't want to play that. Just on the off chance. Spoilers. Do you know anything about Subnautica Below Zero? Like, have you seen any spoilers, or have you done enough that you haven't seen a single thing? Because if you haven't seen anything, power to you, man. That's impressive. One, two, three, that's 4. This one's 5, 6, 7. Skip number 8 and number 9. Go to number 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. A few, like Mr. Robot Alien and Big Frozen Thing, don't know context, don't want to know context yet. Yeah, I'm not gonna, like, explain anything, obviously. So you know about Mr. Robot Alien, and also Frozen Big Thing. Okay. Obviously, I know exactly what those are, and exactly what they are, and exactly what role in the story they play, but I'm gonna keep that to myself for now. Fair warning ahead of time, by the way. When it comes out in 1.0, so when it's out of early access, I am gonna play it on the channel. I don't know yet if I'm gonna do live streams for Below Zero, or if I'm gonna do videos for Below Zero. I feel like I would like to stream it. So just fair warning that when it comes out in 1.0, I will be making content around Below Zero. Alright, one here, here, and here. Can you share the Portal track first? Yeah, go ahead. Also, try to keep the title and thumbnail spoiler free. So the thumbnails are probably just gonna be pictures of the environment, like the different biomes. I don't know how much of a spoiler the different biomes are gonna be, but I'll try to keep the thumbnails or the video titles as generic as I can possibly be with those, for your sake. And for others' sake that don't really want to, get it spoiled yet. Play it for themselves first. That don't really want to, Nope. I'm gonna go on ahead and mute desktop audio, so you shouldn't be able to hear Satisfactory anymore. You also shouldn't be able to hear my voice looping like you could for just a second there. Oh my gosh. Dude, this resemblance is uncanny. You're so right. Holy crap, this sounds exactly like the Below Zero song. No, you're kidding. Wow. Dude, that's so crazy. What in the world? This goes hard, though. I love this. Oh, can't afford? Nice. Classy. Dude, it's so good. And you're right, it sounds so close. Like the underlying... That sounds exactly like the Subnautica track. Ooh. That's different. That was nice. That's a really good way to come to a resolution, by the way, in terms of, like, actual musicality chord progressions. That is a wonderful way to come to a conclusion of a chord. Aw, so close. I wasn't even paying attention and I almost made that. Remix actually warps into another, but you didn't even notice. It did? What? Alright, you should be able to hear game, or, desktop audio now. I should just need this because I need plates. I need 240 divided by 20. Yeah, I did the math in my head right. There we go. You're absolutely right, though. I did not realize that it shifted tracks. That's crazy. Alright, how many do I need for screws? I need 480 screws. I mean, I could overclock every single one, but that would kind of be stupid. It warped into a remix version. Oh, I don't know the Portal soundtrack that well. That's why I didn't know that it warped. So that was great, though. So I would need 10 of these. So let's build 10 of them. Each. Shift. Dude, all praise Smart Mod. Praise Smart Mod. Everybody praise Smart Mod. If I didn't have Smart Mod, I don't know what I would do with my life. And I warn, the next track will blow your ears out if you don't turn it down. Okay, thank you for the heads up. Even though I know you gave me the heads up earlier, thank you for the secondary heads up. 2, 3, 4. That's the 5th. This is the 6th. Skip both of those, go to the 7th. Wrong. 8th. 9th. And 10th. Put another splitter right there. I'm out of steel beams. Dom. Oh, my phone's on 10%. Alright, hang on a second. I will be right back. Hi, I'm back. I grabbed my phone charger because I use my phone for chat since I can't fit a second monitor on my desk. No, stop. Alright. Desktop audio, you're getting muted. Ow! I turned it down and it still hurt. Funny enough, Motormaster is one of my least favorite bosses. I don't dislike him, he's just a pushover compared to the boss you beat right before him. So this is from a video game? By the way, that's 1, 2, 3. This is 4, 5. Skip 6 and 7. Go to 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. It's slightly reminiscent of Doom, almost, you could say. Alright, so I need encased beams, regular steel beams, and cable. Yeah, that's pretty good. That was pretty good. Alright, there we go. Now we're back and you can actually hear game audio again. Since I'm great at subtle segues, I really like Transformer Devastation, mainly because I grew up with Transformer. Yeah, the Transformer movies were really good, especially for their time, honestly. Like, they were pretty much iconic, I guess you could say. What do I have you set to fill? 3? Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to actually adjust that. Give me more. 1400, that works. Dumb. Same with you. That's stupid. There. There. Perfect. The Transformer films are a really good franchise, minus, I think, 2 isn't great, right? I mean, the Michael Bay films were okay. The Michael Bay films do not compare to... I know for a fact there were animated movies and an animated TV show, and I know for a absolute fact that the toys were god tier. the action figures and toys and stuff. I had a bunch of those as a kid. Those are awesome. The only one of the Michael Bay films that was actually good, Transformer-wise, was the first one. The other ones just didn't hold any water. The other ones really just did not live up to what Transformers is supposed to be. It was a real shame, honestly. Yeah, look at all these constructors. And these are all just for crystal oscillators. I think crystal oscillators need to not require so many constructors. Well, okay, never mind. Hang on. Don't take that out of context. No. The amount of resources required for crystal oscillators is fine. They need to make it so that one machine equals more than one crystal oscillator. Because having one machine per crystal oscillator is ridiculous. Because you need so many machines at that point. You need so many manufacturers. Like, I'm gonna have 16 manufacturers. That's a lot of manufacturers. In order to get 16 crystal oscillators per minute. The toys still are god tier. They're still making Transformers toys? What? I didn't know they were still making them. They're still making Transformers toys? Really? Hang on a second. Oh my gosh, they still are. What? G1 Transformers is what the OG. Oh yeah, I remember that. Really? They're making new toys for the, hang on, I'm actually gonna get rid of that tab so it doesn't eat my RAM. Don't you love Google Chrome eating up all of your RAM? All of your hard-earned RAM? And Google Chrome just gobbles it up. I can't believe they're still making Transformers toys. I used to have so many Transformers toys when I was a kid. I had, there was one, it was a Transformer Death Star, and the Death Star would turn into Darth Vader. That was like one of the coolest things I ever had as a kid. Other than the actual like Lego Death Stars. I love Legos. Which is probably why I'm such an absolute nerd for games like these. Just infinite building, build whatever you can think of. Within reason, but I mean, still. I actually have a Lego architecture set that my girlfriend at the time got me for Christmas. Haven't built that yet. I need to get around to that at some point. On occasion, they re-release original toys. So what, they just make new versions? Or, like, they just release the old versions another time? Gosh, can we just be done with crystal oscillators? Crystal oscillators are so boring too, is the other thing. It's just iron, copper, and quartz. You take the quartz, you put it in the constructors, you take the iron, you put it in the constructors, and boom. You're good to go. Alright, how many machines do I need for the reinforced iron plates? I need 8. Is that true? Yeah, it is. Okay, 8. How am I going to make 8 of these things? Can I really just make 8 in a row? Well, let's not start the whole way down here. Let's start up here. Can I just make 8 in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes? Yes, we can. Amazing. Do that. And that. The music is so quiet. It needs to be more prominent. There we go. If you want to know what high-end transformers look like, search up Masterpiece Transformers. Masterpiece? Well, it just sounds extravagant. Alright, so the bottom one's going to be screws. We've got a 480 line coming in, which means each of the subsequent lines are going to be 240s. What? What? Oh. Okay. Hang on. I'm just being stupid right now. There we go. I'm so fast at the belt work, honestly. Like, look at this. Look at that. That's the belt work done. That's the entirety of the belt work completely finished. Snap of my fingers. Well, the entirety of the belt work minus the actual inputs. That's one input done. And that's the other input done. Okay! We're finally ready! Ready for manufacturer time. I already read that. I can't have my phone standing up anymore because it's charging. I need more cable? What? Oh, thank goodness. I actually planned for this. Alright, put you away. Put you away. Put you guys away. I have plenty of motors. Heavy modular frames. Get rid of that, get that. 800. Like that. And let's go get heavy modular frames. Transformer figures are split into two categories, mainline and high-end. Mainline are between $20 and $50. The figures are simply plastic or very hard very hard rubber, very simple to transform. I probably should have taken this pipe. Whoa, frame rate, you okay? This one. What's missing? Rubber. Rubber's missing. I think I said that would be a problem. Whoa, 88? Oh, I'm so close. Alright, hang on. I know this is gonna be a pain, all the back and forth. It's a pain for me too, don't worry. It's a pain for me too, don't you worry. Alright, let me go put all this stuff in a container up here. Yeah, this whole floor is just going to be crystal oscillators, basically. I don't think I'll be able to do anything else on this floor, except crystal oscillators. Alright, let's grab that much rubber. I'm out of rubber. However many this makes is however many it makes. High-end are typically metal, extremely well painted, very complex, and range between $100 and $300. Oh my gosh. Between $100 and $300 for a transformer? Wow. That's crazy expensive. Oh, I probably only needed to buy one of those. Oh well. No, no. Stupid Benji hitting the wrong button. Look up Toy World's Prime to get an idea of how good they work. Wait, what? Toy World's Prime? Oh, dang. Wow. That's pretty crazy. For a Transformers figure, that is super crazy. Ah, no, 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 no. Whew. Alright, how do I want to do this? how do I want to do this? Manufacturer. How do I want to do this? I need 16. Is it possible for me to just do 2 rows of 8? Honestly, I think I love the smart mod just for the sheer fact that I can freeze this in place while I look and make sure it's in the right position. If it isn't clear yet, you partake in Transformers collecting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Man, look at all the alternate recipes I have. This is ridiculous. I don't even think supercomputers have an alternate, by the way. So I think what I do is I have all the inputs come in on this side. I don't have any cable. I might be able to do something, actually. I've got a lot of space in this little row here. I might be able to do some stuff with that. Bonk. Ouch. Really need to put a bounce pad here. Or a landing pad here. Let's go on ahead and grab you back. Grab another one of you as well. Grab my cable. Some more steel beams. And this should be good. Shoop. Bah. Alright. Now, here's what I was saying before I rudely realized that I didn't have any materials on me. So we do this sort of tiered structure, and then we split. Just like this. And we do that the whole way down. Yeah. And we do half from this side, half from the other side, but I don't know how I would get the other half over there. I mean, maybe I could just do... maybe I do the one on the bottom from the other side? Like this. That way I can have this be, say, reinforced plates, and the top one be wire, and then have this thing like up there, and this thing like up there, and then have them just go whoosh straight down. And then I have the other one. Hang on, that still doesn't help though. With this. Oh, I have more room down here. Alright, I have a new idea. One that's not as janky as this is. Alright. Get on my damn chat, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. One of the biggest figures to date is the third-party version of the Devastator. 2.5 feet tall. Holy crap. Did I forget about chat? Yes. I forgot about chat because I have been deep in logistic thought about these manufacturers. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. It is an unforgivable crime. Earth to Benji. I'm sorry. I was in the stratosphere. Just, I'm back now. It's fine. I'm back. I was thinking too hard. I'm sorry. Well, he finally read chat. I'm sorry. I don't have TTS to keep me in check anymore. I'm sorry. I only have TTS on PlayStation. I don't have TTS on here. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm sitting here trying to be funny and think about how to say I don't speak English in Japanese, and I can't remember it. You know, I need to take Japanese again. I need to, like, take an online Japanese thing, like a Duolingo thing. 'Cause I really miss knowing how to speak Japanese. That was a lot of fun. And no, it's not cultural appropriation for me to enjoy speaking another language. Because I know there's going to be somebody in this chat at some point in time that's like, oh my gosh, he's trying to speak Japanese, it's cultural appropriation, he's white, he can't do that. He's not Japanese, he can't speak it. In fact, I'm going to pretend that never happened. I am saving up for Combiner Wars Devastator because it was re-released, so instead of 500 you can get it for 150. Whew! That is a steal of a price. If it's supposed to be that expensive and you can get it for that cheap, that is a steal and a half. Okay, thank goodness. I thought it was telling me that I actually could not fit through that gap, and I was like, excuse me? Alright. Now we can get this party started. Boom. Pow. Sound of my heart. It's that expensive because it was 6 years since the last time it was made. That's a long time. Oh my gosh, I had 2 lines of quartz. I didn't think that through. Alright, fine. Get rid of this. Also, it's not going to be coming in on this side, it's going to be coming in on the other side, because that's how I had it set up to do. Alright. It comes with 6, as in there are not, as in if, it comes with 6, as in there are 6 figures, not 6, 7. Wait. 6, as in there are 6 figures, not I spelled 67 wrong. 7-inch figures, all 6 combine into a... All 6 combine? They combine? What? Sounds dope. So it's like a bajillion in one. Nope. Sometimes I really wish belts had collision. Sometimes I'm really glad belts don't have collision. They're called combiners. Get with the lingo. That makes sense. If it's called a combiner, that would make sense. Get with the lingo, old man. I'm not that old. I'm only 20. Granted, nowadays I feel like 20 is old. Oh boy, the monotony of crystal oscillators. Placing in splitter after splitter after splitter. Time to place in all of these as well. Whoa, excuse you, no. Also, the Combiner Wars Devastator looks amazing. I'm sure it does. Want to hear a funny I found? Sure, go for it. I'm gonna need more steel beams, aren't I? Yep. I don't even know if I have any more with me. I think I might actually have to go all the way back down to my sorting floor again. And I think I am just gonna call it for this floor and go up to the next one. I don't think I want to start trying to deal with logistics in this area. Even though it is a lot of space, I feel like I should just leave this floor as is. So let me guess. Steel beams. Oh no, I have 300. That'll be enough for at least the end of the crystal oscillators. He said, with hope filling his voice. There we go. Oh boy, monotony. This really is tedious, honestly. Just point, click, 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 slide, click, 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 click. Bop, 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 bop. And bop, 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 and slide. Woo! Get that beautiful crystal oscillator set up. Apparently I never actually selected all the recipes. So now you may be wondering, Benji, why in the world do you need 16 crystal oscillators per minute? Well, I'll tell you why. Because it is so much cheaper to do 16 crystal oscillators per minute instead of using the normal computer recipe. This is the normal computer recipe. In order to get 2.5 computers per minute, you need 25 circuit boards per minute. That is copper and that is plastic. So that's a lot of oil, a lot of copper, plus even more cable on top of that. You need so much copper at the end of the day here. It's absolutely ridiculous. It is too much copper. But there's an alternate recipe in an assembler for computers that uses crystal oscillators. And instead of 25 circuit boards, or sorry, 10 circuit boards to one computer, it's 8 circuit boards to 3 computers. You're tripling the amount of computers per circuit board. So it's a lot less copper, a lot less oil, just a little more hassle, basically. It's the only downside. A bunch of second graders were told to make letters to hospital patients. No, you spelled patients, right? And one kid wrote time's almost up. Ouch. Ouch. That poor hospital patient. Probably dealing with, like, way too much stuff for that to be funny to them. They're probably dealing with way too much for that to be funny. To them, at least. Also, I know I said I wasn't going to do this on this floor, but I'm doing this on this floor anyway because I'm a rebel. Right there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Y'all, so you didn't lose me again. I was explaining things. Gosh, I have so many alternates. You can probably hear how, like, ferociously I am spinning my mouse wheel. I'm just cranking this thing. 4 of these are going to... I need to underclock them as well. Honestly, I'm really glad that I only have one viewer, like, one consistent viewer, because I don't know if I'd be able to keep up with chat. If I had, like, 10 consistent viewers, I would be, like, dying, trying to just keep up with chat. I would honestly just be, like, struggling so hard to keep up with chat. I'm looking at my notes. Don't yell at me, please. Who's texting me? What? Is the stream still live? Is the stream okay? Is the stream alright? It says excellent connection. Okay, no, we're fine. We're fine. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, chat's still coming in. Are we fine? Tell me we're fine, please. It's a strange idea knowing that once my game is released, that there will be... Oh, Rule 34 of it. Yeah. Some creep somewhere will make that art. It's inevitable. It's a strange thing to think of. Yeah, it really is. Trust me, it really is something weird to think about. It really is. Sorry, I'm trying to think logistically here. So, I need to currently, at my current stage of production, I need to get plastic, rubber, computers, and circuit boards, and crystal oscillators. 5 things. I need to get 5 things from here all the way down my base. And I think... yeah. I think I just do it right here. And then anything that's overflowing goes to the awesome sink, which I'm going to put back here by this thing. Right there. It's very disturbing. The internet is a tainted place. Yes. It is quite disturbing. I will not lie. It is very disturbing to think that at some point in time, everything you do oh my god. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm fine. Nope. I'm okay. I'm fine. Because these haven't been powered yet. So it's not 7.5, it's really like 6.6 something or other. I'm really trying to like rack my brain here. I know for a fact that there's Rule 34 of Satisfactory. I mean, it's gained so much in popularity, there's gotta be some artwork of the engineer out there. Because the engineer's female, by the way. Female protagonist game right here, by the way. I guarantee you that there's Rule 34 of the Satisfactory engineer. Autosave. I thought my crashed. You gotta finish that sentence. What sentence did I not finish? I do that so often, by the way. The whole not finishing sentences. I'm really sorry about your, OCD involving that whole sentence thing, but that happens to me so often that I just completely forget to finish something that I was saying. I'm so sorry. What sentence did I not finish? Probably like 4 sentences at this point, if I'm being honest. Oh my gosh, I'm just like... I'm thinking logistics right now, and it's hurting my brain. It's bad. It's really bad right now. My brain is on fire. You said it's odd thinking everything you do. It's... oh, no. Oh, I remember what I was saying. Everything you do and everything that you accomplish in life, especially when it comes to something as artistically expressive as video games or even music in some cases, there's somebody out there that perverts it. Like, there are people that have specific fetishes that revolve around specific genres of music. And there are people out there that have romantic attraction to inanimate objects, like cars. Is one of the ones that I've heard of once or twice. It's just honestly astonishing to me that there are people out there with these specific, like, extremely specific, attractions. And some of them are just so weird. Like, just honestly are so odd to think about. Oh. I got a message from a friend. It's alright, I'll get back to him in a minute. Did that clear up what I was trying to say? I hope it did. The worst part, you know that it's not just 34, it's a variety, and it's not comfortable. No. Yeah, it's not just Rule 34 taking place. It's more than Rule 34. It's a very specific type of Rule 34. Like, to loop back to what I was saying about the whole music thing. Like, I play the trumpet. And there are people out there that, well, they have some sort of a quote-unquote attraction to the trumpet as a musical instrument. More so than just, it's a good instrument. Like an actual feeling towards it. And that's so wrong and weird on so many levels, and yet it exists so prominently. And with the age of the internet, it just spreads. Like, with the age of the internet, there are people that are like, I think toasters are pretty romantically attractive. And without the internet, somebody would hear that and go, dude, what is wrong with you? Toaster? What? What do you mean a toaster is attractive? Like, explain that. Please explain that to me. But with the internet, you post that, and you find a group of 100-odd people that also are attracted romantically to toasters. And it spirals out of control. As long as your game exists and is even somewhat popular, the disease will get its grasp on it. That's a good way of saying it, disease. Because it exists for every single type of game. Puzzle games, factory building games, anything. Heck, there's Rule 34 of, like, the Magic School Bus. You remember the Magic School Bus? Miss Frizz? Please let this just be a normal field trip. With the Frizz? No way! Like, there are people out there that have made Rule 34 of Miss Frizz. Or Frizzle, or whatever it is. I don't even remember at this point, but you get my idea. It's just, it's just wrong on so many levels. But it's out there. It's out there. I guarantee if you looked up Satisfactory, which, please, I do not condone that at all. It is disgusting that people have made that kind of stuff about this game, but I guarantee it is out there. Guarantee that it exists. I know how it's oddly fascinating how these kinks could be created in the mind. Isn't it an evolutionary disadvantage to evolve with this mindset? Then why does it happen? Is it a flaw? A flaw of humanity? A flaw evolution overlooked? I think the reason why a lot of things, especially a lot of things in that specific regard, I think the reason why they exist and exist so prominently in society today is because of the fact that it's left unchecked. During the time when evolution was working its magic with humanity, if somebody evolved something like that, Darwinism would kick in. If somebody had such a specific kink or fetish that it caused them to have an issue in terms of being able to reproduce, Darwinism would have kicked in, and that gene of attraction, that fetish, would have died out. Nowadays, you don't have that. There's really nothing that will cause you to die if you can't reproduce, or cause that mindset to die if you can't reproduce. So I wouldn't call it a flaw. Everybody asks weird questions when left to their own thoughts. That's how it works. And that's why some of this weird crap that we're talking about now exists in the first place. But like I was saying, if somebody actually developed this kind of a mindset when it would have killed them to develop this kind of a mindset, it would have killed them. But now it won't. It won't cause any repercussions other than maybe being viewed as a disappointment to society, but who cares about that anymore? Nobody really cares about being a disappointment to society anymore. A lot of people actually see being a disappointment to society as a better alternative to being accepted by society. It's all just weird to think about. Think about the fact that it exists and the fact that some of it is so popular. Oh, conveyor belt is too steep. Are you kidding me? That's stupid. That's not too steep, though. Alright, so that's the computers that are going to go back to my base. That's where they're going to go. Sorry, I'm adjusting on my seat. Oh, I've been sitting for so long, it's starting to become a little bit uncomfortable. Alright, so the next one needs 10 crystal oscillators, which is going to leave 1 going to storage. I once thought of a completely logical death. No beliefs, then once you die, your brain and mind dies. So then all that's left is nothing, no soul. And even if souls exist, your mind is dead. I don't really know what I think about death. I'm certainly scared of it. And I'm scared of when it will come for me. Like most people are. But I've never really thought about if something comes after, or if something comes after, what would it be? I've never really thought about, like, afterlife, heaven, hell, nothingness, reincarnation. I've never really had strong opinions about whether or not something happens, and if something happens, what is it? I've never really thought about it that much. I've never really had strong beliefs about an afterlife or about what it could be. Sometimes I wonder if it's a good thing that I don't let my mind wander. Stuff, and other times I wonder if maybe I should think about it a little more often. I guess we'll never know. That thought scared me. The thought of everything just ended like that. Yeah. If things just end, nothing left but a memory of you that other people have, no sort of ending, just empty oblivion, is a very scary thought. And I personally hope that that's not what happens after we're gone. I would really, really personally enjoy if there was some sort of anything afterwards. I feel like that would put my mind at ease a little bit, revolving around the conversation of death. Whatever put us here, and whatever led us to where we are currently, whether you believe in evolution, religion, a mix of the two, even if all we have is evolution and that theory of thought is true, you would think evolution would have evolved us to have something after death. You would think that the mind would find a way to trick us into believing that there was something else, so that we wouldn't be terrified of it so much. Or you would think that our mind would create something post-mortem for us to experience. Just because, well, if there's nothing, then what's the point, right? What's the point of us living through everything that we've lived through if our brain isn't gonna do the slightest favor as to make it comfortable for us afterwards, right? I do not believe in any religion, so I really ask these based on pure logic. Most of these thoughts come from me trying to sleep. Fair enough. I personally don't really believe in any sort of religion either. I believe in some religious aspects, but not so much legitimate religion. Alright, what do I need to overflow? Back to the game here. The plastic needs to go up another floor because it needs to be used. Yeah, it needs to be used on the next floor up. The rubber, I think I might take up to the next floor as well, just so that we're dealing with both of that at the same time. However, both of these guys right here, I'll be putting a smart splitter on. Center output, circuit board, center output, circuit board. Your left output is nothing. Right output is overflow. Left output is overflow. Right output is nothing. Let's put a merger right here. Oops. Here we go. I ask, why doesn't our brain not tell us of our internal body status other than pain? We have to find out our body structure by dissection. Why is our mind separate from our brains? Brains are like machines. They run everything without various at the same times. Yet our minds are so complex. That's a good point. I don't really know why that happens to us. And why our brains decide to leave things so separately. Like, our brains could absolutely tell us what's going on, but instead they decided that they wanted to make us figure it out for ourselves. And you're right, it did take dissecting us to figure out what was happening inside of us. Wrong. There. Right output is overflow, left is nothing. I know I'm making myself a little spaghetti monster here. But there's a lot of stuff happening in this little area, and this is kind of why I wanted to do it on the next floor, but it would have been just as disorganized anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. I wish I could have the answers to everything, but then what would I have to think about? Exactly. That's the good part about the human body and the human brain and the human mind, is the fact that there's always something for you to be thinking about. Because of the fact that you don't know everything that there is to know about everything, there's still things that you have to theorize and think about and form your own thoughts, and that's what sets us apart as individuals, is the ability to think and the ability to have separate thoughts. However, that is starting to become less and less frequent. More people are hopping on bandwagons and not having their own personal thoughts, and I personally feel like it's tearing us apart as a species, having such a big divide because of the fact that some people believe different, or some people believe the exact same thing as so many other people, and then they just think that the other people are wrong for having their own thoughts. It's scary, honestly, how often people have different thoughts and consider it to be wrong. Like, could you imagine that? Honestly, could you imagine being... Am I gonna die? Could you imagine people being upset with you because you had a different thought, even though having separate thoughts is what makes us individuals in the first place? Because that happens. It happens so often now. I feel like I see it and hear it and experience it even all the time. Like, there are times that I don't want to express my personal or political beliefs on campus because I'm afraid that if the wrong person hears it, they'll take offense and kick me out. What decides evolution? Our brains, maybe, but then when? Do not know what evolution awaits, and how come everyone evolved similar? Is there something greater that decides us, that connects us? Those are good questions. Those are really good questions. The only answer to that I know is that we are set apart and we are set differently as a species. And as individuals. And our individuality is really what keeps us human. Yet, at the same time, like I was saying, I feel like people are becoming less individualized and more mob mentality. Which is also an evolutionary trait, funny enough, mob mentality. People who are like-minded to you are seen in monkey brain, survival instinct, as being more likely to not kill you, so they're seen as more friendly. And in a way that's true, but also in a way, sometimes it's just a manipulation tactic, and that's terrifying to me. The whole manipulation tactic idea. Like, what if the people who are around me aren't actually like-minded individuals? What if they're actually just pretending to be like-minded individuals to harm me and hurt me? Keeps me up at night sometimes. That existential thoughts. You feel like your thoughts might be caused by your autism? I didn't know you had autism. I feel like all of these kind of thoughts that come to us are normal thoughts, and everybody has them, in all honesty. I don't feel like anything is wrong with either of us for thinking the way that we think. Everybody has deep, repressed thoughts. Some people probably have more than others, but there's not really that big of a way or that easy of a way to tell what kind of thoughts people have. It's all just kind of a shot in the dark, I feel. Insects are always one of my most common questions. How are ants so smart, even with such small brains? They did things before humans did. They had cattle, they made rafts, they have suicide bombers. What? What, ants? Suicide bomb? Wait, whoa. Circle back to that. What does that mean? Circle back to that for me, please. Explain ant suicide bombers to me, please. I've never heard of that one before. That's completely new to me. I get the whole wondering why ants are smarter than us, because why are they smarter than us? Why did they get to things and do things before we did? I get all that, but where did ant suicide bombers come from? I am thoroughly confused on that one. Now this is a 13 stacks, so I guess I go by 5 for a bit. 5 and then what? 3 and then 5? One ant type have ants that will blow up and splatter the area with acid. These are primarily for ant wars. I did not know that. That is fascinating. That is extremely fascinating. I had no idea that was a thing. I had no clue that that was a thing. Ant suicide bombers. Astonishing. That is so cool. Because I knew ants had wars and would war with neighboring colonies and stuff. But ant suicide bombers, that's a new one. Alright. Well, that's this floor done. Whew. Lots and lots of work on this one. Oh, and we're not done yet! Excuse me. I'm stretching, I'm so sorry. We're not done yet either. We still got more on the next floor that we gotta do. How tall is this thing, by the way? Is it 6? Nope, taller than 6. Is it 7? Yep, it's 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, time to go get concrete and get to work on that. And by go get concrete, I mean go absolutely fill my inventory with the stuff. One ant literally are nomads and just pack up and leave every night, made their homes out of themselves, and then grabbed each other to form a structure. Really? There's a type of ant that just migrates? They use themselves as their buildings. That's fascinating, actually. That's really cool. The ants each day will wake up and start a huge path to a completely random spot, murdering anything in their way. Some birds just hang by eating all the poor bugs who get caught in the way. Wow. Literally just let the ants kill the other bugs and ants and crap for you, and then just go in and pick up the scraps. Brutal. Shoot, floating platforms. Oh, and there's one on the actual radar dish. I should have seen that coming, though. Look at that. I want to get a better picture than that, but that is a... There we go, that's good. There we go. That's good. Oh my gosh, we're almost at red forest height. Holy crap, we're up that high? This is like 200 meters tall, and we're level with it. That's a 200 meter drop right there. Astonishing. Army ant. Found all this out from a vid called Army Ant Riders. It's like an 8-minute documentary with humor. Oh, I love documentaries with humor. Regular documentaries are so boring. We're gonna try to do the whole floor at once, by the way. Wish me and my computer luck, please. All right. Oh, look at that frame rate just looking at it. 3, 2, 1. That was glorious. That was glorious. Oh, that was so satisfying. It's from a guy called Zafrank. Okay. On YouTube. Oh my gosh, that was so satisfying. I dropped to like 2 frames a second there, but that was so worth it. Oh, that was so worth it. Oh, my back. Oh, I just cracked crap out of my back. Ah, there it goes again. Ow. Hey, it's 420. Funny drug number. Alright, I don't have, like, anything on me other than concrete. Ouch. It's gonna hurt. What? What? Probably should grab motors, rotors, heavy modular frames, some more motors. Do I have any more iron plates? Yes. I'm gonna go on ahead and grab some plastic as well. Autosave. One big concept that gets me thinking is the thought of aliens. Like, we know plenty of habitable planets, yet not one civilization. I think they're out there. I think we'll find it eventually. I strongly believe that we'll find life in some regard. There we go, that works. Also, how different aliens will really look. The only reason creatures evolved was due to the environment they lived in. How different from life on this world can they be? Well, that all depends on whether or not they're a carbon-based life form. If the aliens that we run into are carbon-based life forms, then they're probably not going to look all that different from something that you would see on Earth. However, if they are not carbon-based, which is currently against the laws of science. I can't tell if that's clicking. They may look entirely different instead. So that all kind of depends on whether or not they're carbon-based. Ah, wonderful. Belt clipping. To clip or not to clip? Encroaching others' clearance. Oh, come on. That was stupid. I have to do this again. I was like, whose clearance could you possibly actually be encroaching on? Well, apparently somebody's. There. Ooh, I need more copper, actually, so I'm gonna have to go and belt that up at some point. First, I gotta refix this overflow. Center. Circuit boards, right. Overflow, left, none. 7, up, up. Boom. Yeah, currently I believe carbon-based life forms are the only type of life form that can possibly exist in the universe. Or at least in our understanding of the universe. That might end up changing at some point or another in the future. But currently, it's only carbon-based. Okay. Wait, what? Were you not a conveyor lift Mark III? Oh no! There we go, that's the rubber. So I acknowledge that most of my questions are odd, but I feel like they're ones that must be asked. I also wonder if we filled a ship with plants and livestock, so would it be feasible to live in space indefinitely, perhaps even other planets? That's what they're looking into right now, actually. They're currently, and when I say they, I mean NASA, SpaceX, those companies are currently looking into a Mars colony as a possibility. Which I personally think is awesome. And I would love to be involved in a project like that at some point in my life. Hence why I'm getting a physics degree. I really like dealing with subatomic particles. That's like one of my favorite things that I've ever studied at college in the physics program so far, is subatomic particles. Like atoms, neutrons, protons, electrons, how they interact with each other, decay, radioactive decay, and how the radioactive elements decompose and emit different particles as they're decomposing. I love that stuff. It is so fascinating to me. I would love to study it, like, as a job. I would have so much fun in a job like that. Yeah, I can tell you're more into biology, and yeah, I would like to be a member of NASA. If not NASA, then definitely SpaceX, Elon Musk. I honestly might prefer to go for Elon Musk since it's a private business, and Elon Musk seems to be a pretty cool guy, as opposed to a government job. I've heard some not nice things regarding government jobs. Oh wow, I'm way off. I'm too off. But I would really, really like to deal with subatomic particles. Subatomic particles are definitely my, like, cream of the crop. Hey, that's working. Nice. I've never been a huge fan of biology, if I'm being brutally honest. Biology's just never been something that I really had a passion for. And I've had some not great biology teachers in the past as well, so that certainly does not help my situation. Oh, come on. Alright, so this is plastic. 15 circuit boards per minute. 10 computers per minute. Quartz, limestone, and rubber over to my right. Another question, why did we evolve like this with minds with other civilizations, like ants evolved with instinctive knowledge? Yeah, I don't really know, because humans evolved to have a mind that needed to be taught, whereas insects and other types of ants and other types of creatures evolved with just the ability to automatically know. They automatically know. They already know everything that they need to know. As soon as they hatch, as soon as they're born, they know what to do, what not to do, and how to survive. Humans don't get that. Humans have to be taught in 18 plus years of school in order to be able to function in life. And part of that is societal knowledge, part of that is basic knowledge, like math, reading, writing, skill sets like that. Why don't humans get instinctive knowledge, like you said? Like, we have to go to school forever in order to function in daily life, whereas bugs and other things of that nature just kind of wake up one day and they're fine, they're good to go instantly. Is that not half a belt? It does, but also doesn't look like it's half a belt of copper. I only need half a belt. Let's see, because I'm using 180 and 240, and I need 100. I'll just take half of this. Now, if I take this and just send it up, is there anything that's going to get in my way? Not that I can see from here, not that I can anticipate. You know, we'll just go on ahead and take the whole belt and just call it a day. And whenever I need more copper, I'll just go get more copper. Whereas I still have a belt and a half of iron, I will need more copper next time I go and use copper. Okay. I feel like that's a good solution. Also because I'm lazy and I don't really want to think about the logistics anymore. Now, the next thing. The thing that I have not finished yet. Caterium. I need so much Caterium. It's actually ridiculous. I need 130. I get 15 from each of these. $150. Oh my gosh, I am lagging. About that, had to sneeze. One thing about old age is that it's life's way of disposing you. Your use to life is over then. We actively choose to rebel against our design to live beyond the limit life set. Those were life questions I had. It's nice to have someone to talk. Yeah. It is nice, honestly. It's also nice to just get reassurance that you're not crazy for thinking about it. And old age is a weird thing, because, like, nobody wants to die, but at the same time, there's a purpose to death. It's not like death is meaningless. Death has a reason. And that reason is, like you said, it's because our bodies start to break down, and when our bodies break down, obviously we can't function the way that we're supposed to, and that's life's way of giving us a hint, like, hey bud, sorry to say, but time to go. It's been a good run. See you in the next one. Ah, shoot, you're kidding me. Oh, and that won't. Will that work? Too steep. Alright, how about the next one? There we go. Invalid shape, of course. There. Hang on, I know it's been a while since I looked at chat. I just want to finish powering all those. So can you understand how I'm fascinated in biology? Yeah, I can. If death had no purpose, why wouldn't we evolve like other creatures, like turtles, to live for hundreds of years to prolong the breakdown of bones? That's a very good point, actually. Another good point. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to do that, so let's just get down here real quick. Is it the floor below or the floor above? Below has access to this thing. I mean, death has to have a purpose. If death didn't have a purpose, it wouldn't exist. Evolution didn't give us stuff just because it could. It gave us stuff because we need it. Or needed it. Oh my gosh, frames, come on. I haven't even turned it all on yet. Now then, if I remember correctly, this is a pure node. It is. Which means I can do that. Woo, look at me go. Look at me go. Ah, I'm not Caterium, don't smelt me. I thought that was a funny joke. Anyway. Ah, yes, I never powered you. Shouldn't this have an extra power connector? No, no, it does not. Alright, well, I know for a fact that this over here does, so we're gonna do that. And so we should be getting, what's this giving me? 10? And this is giving me 15, so 25. There we go. That does it. No, 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 no. Send me back. Another good point and then just left. If a dung beetle eats dung and everything poops, can a dung beetle eat its own dung to harvest every single nutrient? That's a good point. And now I'm gonna leave again. No, I'm kidding. That is a good question. If it can just continually replenish itself. And I think the answer is no, because of the fact that it's so good at taking the nutrients out of the waste of other creatures. You would think that it wouldn't have that much waste left over in its own waste. You would think that if it had so much, such a good ability to harvest from waste, that its own waste wouldn't have a lot to be harvested. At least that's kind of what I would think. Oh my gosh, I never actually took it up. This is gonna hurt. Not enough to kill me, just enough to make me use an inhaler. Okay, so that's the smelting floor. Yeah, that's the smelting floor. Wait a second, this is the first steel floor, not the second. I need the second steel floor. Second steel floor. Here we go. Evolution is indeed a strange thing. That's why I don't want to be a biologist. That's why I'll stick with being a physicist. Oh, great. I can't see. Oh my gosh. And that's copper, isn't it? Yeah, that's copper going up. Good, good, good. Evolution, in my eyes, is relatively random. Physics is a lot more mathematical. It's a lot more rooted, I guess you could say. Everything is pretty much solid fact. Like there's no possible variation. Physics is just... oh. Physics. There it goes. Oops. There we go. Should actually go up a floor. Let's just get you here. And then we'll take you up to the next floor. Soon. Everything has a reason. Even if you say you did something for no reason, yes, you did. You did it because you wanted to. Then why did evolution make us creatures of such ambitions? I don't know. Ambitions are just stupid. Oh wait, I'm thinking of inhibitions. Sorry, not ambitions. Ambitions are fine. Is it all the way over there? That's my copper? That's like... there. Could have sworn it was going to be more out. Almost just fell to my death. Oh my gosh, I almost had this like dead on. I'm gonna check my heat real quick. 76 degrees Celsius. We are fine. We are fine. And autosave. Amount of steel beams again. Surprised that amount of steel beams? Not in the slightest. When you think about it, humanity is a flawed race. We define what we are made to do, then why did evolution make a race that would define it? That's one that seeks to write its own path. I don't know. I don't really know. I've never really known, to be honest. Ah. And just going ahead and fill up my inventory because I am very close to being done. If everything is just a formation of cells, would it be possible to recreate anything artificially, even something like flesh? Yes, actually. Yes, it is indeed possible to recreate flesh. Scientists have done it and are going to probably continue to perfect the method of which they got it to work, but it is possible. They have done it, and they're probably going to keep trying to do it. The whole idea of cloning something is completely and entirely feasible. Even if the idea seems rather weird and foreign. Alright, what did I say these were again? Computers. No, computers. Plastic, 15 circuit boards per minute. Quartz. Copper. Concrete. Rubber. Okay. Got it. So I need to get that Caterium all the way around. The whole way. Fascinating then? Yeah, it really is. It's fascinating that we can do the things that we can do in terms of science. Scientific achievements are getting more and more fascinating by the day and more complex by the hour, it seems. The idea of having people on a different planet sustainably within the next decade is... it's astonishing to me. Like, we could actually be on Mars. Sustainably living, breathing humans on Mars in the next decade. That is So crazy to me. Okay. With enough work, would it be possible to create a person piece by piece and somehow jumpstart the new heart? Theoretically, I think so. I need 10 AI limiters. So that's 2 of these. 50 copper sheets. Okay. That's pretty standard stuff. The 50 copper sheets is super easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. 5. There goes the crystal tracks. Still love that name, by the way. Thanks for coming up with that. I really need the permaday mod. This level of darkness is getting out of hand. Okay. I do love asking these questions. It gives me something to try to figure out. Yeah, I understand that. I completely understand that. I didn't check the Caterium requirements. Oops. No, 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 no. 200 quick wire. And quick wire... How many constructors is that? 200, that's like... basically nothing? Hang on a second. What is 130 divided by 12? 11. More or less 11. Nope, not gonna fit. One thing that I always fear is, what are the odds my game will be a dud? How many great games have gone and lost? Will mine be like them? I don't think it will. At least if you pull it off as well as you describe it, I don't think your game will have any sort of issues whatsoever. There we go, that'll work. The only games that I know of that were super hyped and ended up being absolute garbage are games that were pushed out ahead of time, that were delayed because they knew they had problems, and then they released it early anyway. Like Star Wars Battlefront 2 was amazing. And then EA rushed it out with microtransactions, and the game failed. Miserably. By the time the game reached a good point and was actually, like, playable, it was too late. The vision of the game was already tainted. Another thing is that look at Undertale or FNAF. Those were decent or great games completely buried by their fans. Buried? I mean, I kinda understand FNAF getting buried. 'Cause, like, the FNAF fans are so weird. Like, not all FNAF fans, but a lot of FNAF fans are so freaking weird. Like, just complete oddballs. What was the other one you said? Undertale? Undertale kinda, but not as bad. Oh, that's a problem. Does 480 divide by 60? Yeah, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then what's the rest then? 60 times 3? Oh, it works. It works. So this stuff is going to come out and go off to the side. Like this. And this stuff is going to come straight. Yeah, it is funny how topics can change so drastically. Plus, I'm playing a game that's, like, completely and entirely not about anything that we've been talking about today. I think that's pretty funny, too. I got the computers, I got the circuit boards, I need to make the AI limiters, but that's super easy. I have the plastic high-speed connectors. That's what I need the quick wire for, and then I also need the silica for that. Silica... 22.5, 37.5. How much do I need in total? 187.5. 5 constructors! Perfect again. Silica, 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 silica. Put the splitter here, another one here, don't need one there, and another one here. Like that. Alright. So that's the silica part of that. Next up is the high-speed connectors, which involves manufacturers. How am I going to do this? Because I need 5 manufacturers. I guess I could just do it like... shoot. I guess I could just do it like this out here. No cable. Somehow I knew I wouldn't have resources. Topics are just that easy to change, honestly. And when you go to college, everybody always has different things on their mind, so topics change, like, instantaneously sometimes. You'll just be talking about, like, your physics homework or something, and then all of a sudden one person's just gonna be like, oh my god, did I tell you about this weekend when my cat got hit by a car? And you're just like, we were talking about the physics homework, what happened to your cat? And it's just, that's a bit of a drastic example, and that hasn't happened. That has not happened. I feel like I should probably preface this by saying that that has not happened. That's just an example. It's just an extreme example, but it's just an example. That's just an example, but that's kind of how that goes. I was gonna ask a question, but forgot what it was. I hate it when that happens. I hate it when that happens too. Silicon high-speed connector. 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 Okay. I think here's how I want to do this. So I need it to be at about here. Like that. And then I have the quick wire, or not the quick wire, I've got the circuit boards, silicon coming in from this direction, feeding this way. And then have the quick wire feeding in this direction. Like this. And then so I've got one facing this way, one facing this way, facing this way, and facing this way, and going back the other direction. No. I've got these guys feeding in the opposite direction. Also, this has to be a 480 line, because it's going to be 480 items. No! Darn it! Science is such a fascinating thing. You got any questions like mine? Also, please describe these questions in a way I would understand. Okay. Let me try to think about a physics something or other that I could talk about for a minute. So one thing that's very advanced math that I always think about, not necessarily physics, although physics uses this type of math a lot, is calculus. And the thing that I always think about calculus is that literally Sir Isaac Newton just kind of invented it one day. He ran into a math problem that he could not solve. So he invented math in order to be able to solve his problem. He invented calculus because he couldn't figure out one of his problems. And I just can't help but think in that, like, I just can't help but think he literally, what in the world happened down there? That's weird. He literally was just sitting around one day trying to figure out a math problem and then invented calculus in order to solve it, because he couldn't solve it any other way. So he just decided, I'll just invent an entire new form of math in order to solve this problem. And then we've been using it ever since. How smart of a man, how smart of a human, do you have to be to invent a new form of math just to be able to solve a problem? It's so astonishing to me that he could do that. Because I can barely understand it. Like, he invented it. I can barely understand it. It's just crazy to me that he literally said, I can't solve this problem. Let me invent a form of math that allows me to solve this problem. So crazy. So crazy to me. And another thing, something that's really fascinating that honestly sometimes makes me question my career choice of being an astrophysicist or a nuclear particle physicist is crystals and crystal structures and geophysicists, because crystals form in nature in such a fascinating way. It is so fascinating to me that crystals just appear in nature. They just exist naturally in the world. Nobody put them there. Nobody told them that that's what they had to look like. They just naturally form that way. I think that's pretty cool. And sometimes I honestly wonder if I would rather be a geophysicist and work with crystals all the time instead of a nuclear particle physicist. I might take up scientist as a side job. I ask, why did people create such complex solutions to such simple problems? Well, some problems aren't as simple as you'd think. Some problems, yeah, you look at it and you're like, oh, well, that's just easy. Why didn't they just do it this way instead? It would have been so much easier if they just did it like this instead, but they didn't, so why? And then other times you're like, oh, that's actually way harder than I thought. Usually I end up being like, oh, that's way harder than I thought it was going to be. Like, I'll look at a problem on a sheet of paper and be like, oh, pfft, that's so simple. Why were my classmates having an issue with this? And why were they asking me for help on the homework this week? This is, like, so easy. Basic stuff. And then you really start to think about it and you're like, oh, this sucks. This problem is awful and hard. And that's when you realize your classmates were having problems with it, not because they're incompetent, but because it's actually a super difficult problem. Do I have enough on me to make 4 manufacturers? You bet your bottom dollar I don't! I didn't actually want to jump. Whoo! I don't feel like sitting around and handcrafting a whole bunch of... Well, actually, you know, I will. Oh, no. No, I won't, because it needs rubber. There's a 1. Oh, never mind. I wonder if you can sync hard drives. Should actually try that. We're almost done. It's 5:20. I need to go get dinner soon. The cafeteria is gonna close at 6. Is this enough room for heavy modular frames? Probably. Heavy modular frames are super easy. In comparison to supercomputers, at least. I didn't grab plastic! No, man, I'm so stupid. Also, do I have enough cable? I do have enough cable. I barely have enough cable, but I have enough cable. Is this gonna kill me? Yep. Yep, it sure did. I love how unique the human mind is. We can create such complex questions and ideas, yet most don't even question why we do. I have yet to meet anyone with the same questions I do. I think this is the most in-depth in mind we have been on stream, thinking about my endless questions. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind, obviously, or I would have told you to stop by now. I enjoy the questions because it gives both of us a chance to question our ideas and thoughts, and also at the same time have some of our thoughts and ideas validated. That was close. I'm so close to being done with supercomputers. I'll belt it all down to my storage area off stream. Just because I'm gonna need to go get dinner. Yay, supercomputers! Woo! We finally get to select the supercomputer recipe. This is where the fun begins. I'm gonna run out of iron plates. Oh my gosh, no. I'm actually gonna run out of iron plates. No. Two big-brained individuals. Think we can stream after dinner. I've got some schoolwork I gotta do with some friends after dinner. We've got a chemistry lab report due on Monday, so we're all getting together at the library, and we're gonna work on it together. So, unfortunately, no. I will not be able to stream after dinner. But depending on how much we get done tonight and how much I get done tomorrow morning for class on Monday and Tuesday, I can see if we can do a stream tomorrow. I would love to have the answers, but I want to come up with them. It takes the fun out of pondering if someone just tells you the answer. Yeah, that's true. If someone just kind of like, bop, here you go. Skibbity bop bop. Here's the answer to all of your questions and existential dread. Hope you enjoy. Takes all the fun out of learning. And it takes all the fun out of theorizing. Oh my gosh. So much belt work, dude. I'm so tired of belt work. No. Right, because the only thing is plastic that's above double digits, and it's only 140, so plastic isn't going to be an issue. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm playing The Last of Us again. Because last night, while me and Chaos were hanging out, I kept getting to a point farther and farther in The Last of Us Day 1 Abby. And every single time I was like, alright, that should be it. We should be done with combat. It should be smooth sailing. I'd walk into another piece of combat that I could have sworn was the next day. I was like, alright, Abby got knocked out. That means that we're done with Abby. And then I was wrong. We were not done with Abby, in fact. In fact, we were far from done with Abby at that point in time. I'm like, alright, all I have to do is belt this and then belt that. No. I seem to question the origins and whys. That's good, honestly. I'm definitely rewatching this one. I would like to meet your friend Chaos. I'll see if tomorrow or whatever next day I end up streaming, I can end up not overlapping with him. Because he streams as well. He usually streams on Twitch. But if I can manage to not overlap with him and stream at different times, I can see if he comes out. And then you guys could have the opportunity to chat in chat. We're done! Not quite. We're not quite done yet. We're not quite done yet. Alright, what's coming off this floor? A couple things are coming off this floor. Couple of things are coming off this floor. We've got high-speed connectors, supercomputers, high-speed connectors, supercomputers, plastic, and rubber, I believe, are the things that are coming off of this floor. Which is why there's 4 of those. Center output, overflow, left output, high speed connectors, right output, nothing. Alright. I'm starving. I also need to use the restroom. So I'm gonna go on ahead and I'm gonna end here, actually. Real quick though, I'm gonna see if I can get some height and take a screenshot. If we do a stream tomorrow, it might be Satisfactory. I don't really know. That's kind of something that I need to decide tomorrow if I can stream. Players in the way. Floor is too steep. Players in the way. Floor is too steep. There we go. If I can stream tomorrow, it's going to be one of two things. It's either going to be... oh, gross. It's either going to be Satisfactory or The Last of Us. One of the two is going to be tomorrow. I haven't decided which yet, but it's going to be one of the two. And that's also if I can stream. There's no guarantee for a stream tomorrow. Yeah, I get entirely what you're saying about popular streamers. I really don't understand how people enjoy going out and seeing popular streamers, because you just get lost in a sea of millions of people, and I don't see how that's fun. So I enjoy small streamer interactions, and that's why I kind of don't want to blow up in popularity. I don't want this to become my main focus. I like having this as a side hobby, no stress. And I like having the ability to interact with you and interact with other viewers, and just the interaction is really what makes this fun for me. I can play games all day and I'll get bored, but if I have interaction with people while I'm playing, it just makes the whole experience so much better. And you don't get that with big streamers. How far we have come as buds, right? Yeah. Exactly. It's astonishing. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it there. So thanks for coming out, as usual. I'm gonna go on ahead and save here. 97 hours in this save. We're probably gonna break 100 next stream. Whenever that is. No, not desktop, main menu. So thanks for coming out. Hope you enjoyed the Satisfactory stuff again. And of course the existential talks were nice. Very nice. To think I once saw you as just a guy streaming Doom. I mean, that's kind of how it started. I mean, that's how you found the channel in the first place, was Doom. And that's not a bad thing. I don't mind that. But I'm gonna head out here, go on ahead and grab myself some dinner and get to work. So thank you very much. I'll catch you later.